Hello, I'm Jason Bradbury, and at various points in my career, I've been associated with LDE UTC. It is actually my favourite school. I've been on the board of governors, and I generally get involved at times like this when we've got a message to get out. I want to start off with a key question. Why do you think an employer would want to work with the college and work with our learners?
We're dedicated to educate and prepare our learners for their future careers. That's our primary objective. Is to get them through their academic learning and also get them ready for employment. And by meeting employers, it means that the youngsters manage to grow in confidence, they get used to being around potential employers, they can see the opportunities that are available.
I remember being stood on a building site with Jeffrey, the headmaster, as the porter cabins were being delivered for the first cohort to the first students to join the college. Now, of course, it's a beautiful school. It's a stunning piece of architecture on the banks of the Thames. But even day one, we were putting in gear that we had purchased with the help of, in discussion with various business and corporate interests. And much of the learning was already being influenced by those really important relationships with industry. So it's been like that from the very beginning, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That is what a university technical college is about. And that's what we strive to educate our learners in. We work on industrial standard machinery. We've got all kinds of technology within the school. These young people, they leave us prepared and ready for the world of work in whichever field it is that they are looking to move into.
They do. And the facilities are, objectively speaking, and I'm a father of 3 children, I live 140 miles north of the school, otherwise they'd all three be there. The school that my kids go to, that I pay for them to go to, in all honesty, the facilities don't even compare to what we've got at LDE UTC. It's an extraordinary learning environment.
For Skanska, LDE represents a really unique opportunity to introduce design, technology and engineering to students from the youngest possible age.
Now, young people want to feel connected. They want to feel that they're doing something with a purpose, and encouraging them just to understand how companies like ourselves, support our communities and the environment, and what part they can play in learning and developing in order to have long-term sustainable careers. It's an imperative, it's a must.
The calibre of the students is really amazing. The level of engagement with the subjects they're learning, their attitude to learning, how quickly they're picking up the type of skills and behaviours that we really want as an employer is absolutely incredible.
Okay, so I understand what employers get from that relationship and how important it is to them, and that it's got to work for both sides. But I'm interested, what does employer engagement mean to our learners?
I think the most important thing is that it improves their life chances. They can have a look at any of the perceived barriers that they may have that might prevent them from getting to where it is that they want to go. When they're talking to employers, they're understanding that these roles are out there for young people to move into. They just need the engagement, they need the academic ability and those technical skills to move them into those careers. Absolutely.
So I chose to study at LDE UTC because of its academic excellence and its employment partners, which together create the most confident and work-ready individuals that I could possibly be.
Throughout my time at LDE UTC, I had immense support from my teachers and mentors. By this, I was given opportunities to do work experience with Heathrow Airport and British Airways. This allowed me to make new connections with people in the industry and gave me a lot of support on where I want to become next.
Okay, so I guess the simple question is, how can employers help us?
So employers can get involved with us in numerous different ways. It's different things like working, relating bringing subjects to life. So, being involved in a maths lesson. We recently this week had a maths lesson about maths and beyond. So it was about A-level maths. What can you do out there in the world of work using maths? Understanding what the purpose is, the why. Why am I learning this is really important.
The why in maths, especially for me, sorry to jump in, but you've really hit on something there. The why in learning maths was always elusive to me when I was at school. So I totally get the need for that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. We had 2 apprentices talking to our learners about, these are year 12 and 13 learners, about A-level maths. What can you do with it? They were showing them diagrams about boring holes under the Thames and, just where the magic lies with these subjects. And, sort of seeing that, especially from a young age, really does allow learners to kind of experience and think about and focus on what they might want to do and the relevance of that down the line for them. Masterclasses are, hugely important to us to support the subjects. Things like supporting with employer-led projects. We love to be given a brief and then, sort of the learners work together. We have an employer back in the middle and then at the end to evaluate how well we've done, with that particular project. Skills, upskilling students, looking at things like interview skills, CV writing, it's all what really matters to them and what really does allow them to sort of the opportunity to move forward and, sort of sell themselves in a confident way, build that confidence. Yeah, absolutely.
I would add to any employer, genuinely, reach out to the school. This is an extraordinary learning environment with facilities that many schools can only dream of, from a fleet of robots to a whole 3D printing and rapid prototyping studio, and all kinds of extraordinary teachers with skill sets that they bring that I've certainly never experienced before. I remember looking at Lego models that had been made in a psychology class about circadian rhythms. I mean, this is an extraordinary place. And I think employers need to know that. So just reach out, check the website out, get in touch. Who knows where it will lead? What can I say? Fantastic. From me, Jason Bradbury, and Janice Trix, Careers Lead. Thank you very much and goodbye from LDE UTC.